The tragic result of what has been a harsh dry season across the country. For residents of the Gans village in Siparia, this is as bad as it gets. For days, they've been seeing over 2 miles of bush behind their homes burning slowly, telling us they were unconcerned, thinking it was too far away to affect them. But the circumstances changed drastically during the night and throughout Tuesday morning, spelling the beginning of disaster. Residents living in homes like these would have been caught totally off guard, partly because of the amount of bush and shrubbery behind their homes were lit by the bushfire in the first place, and secondly because of the strong wind that would be blowing through this area. The fire would have been able to spread very quickly and very suddenly would have caught up with these houses before they actually knew what was actually taking place. It took only one house to catch a fire around 11:35 and the entire area was at risk, and all 5 homes caught afire. Fire officers responded from stations all across South Trinidad, the police having to stop traffic along a long stretch of the road. Fire officers added another factor to the entire situation: poor management of the environment by the residents themselves.
At the rear of these buildings, we had a lot of debris, old tires, and in general proper bad housekeeping.
Given the enormous scale of the destruction behind the homes, acres and acres of forestry destroyed, those whose homes escaped can consider themselves lucky.
Our intervention saved some of these homes. We also rescued one female, 82 years old, and she was overcome by smoke and she was taken to the health center in Siparia, Penal.
And even with a water shortage and drought-like conditions, water was plentiful here. Over 15 trucks of water from Petrotrin, Wasser and private companies. Yet the residents felt more could have been done, particularly given that the fire had been burning for so long before anything was done to out it.
I mean, the fire was coming up this way from, I shouldn't even say yesterday, because a couple of months ago we had the problem right about 2 blocks away, right? We had over a month to put that fire in control and to make everything okay, right? Now today, within last night to this morning, to how this fire was, for when they call the fire truck, for one fire truck to come, that we have one in the area.
The fire officials on the scene told us that they had been stretched to their fullest, but even while we were there, calls were coming through indicating that the fire had spread to the other end of the forest and that 2 other homes were also being affected. There were no major injuries, although one person was rushed to hospital suffering from smoke inhalation.